if you're a fan of a team that's not named Oregon, you just better hope and pray that Dan Lanning stays away from your recruits. Let me ask you a question. Is there a method to the madness? With all that being said, if you're an Oregon Ducky fan and you're listening to me talk or you're watching a video, you're probably sitting back laughing. You got a smile like the Grinch on your face. And I don't blame you. I'd be doing the same thing. You should be grinning from ear to ear because this is great for you. But as far as it goes for the game of college football, not so much. You're probably wondering, Matt, what are you doing in front of the camera? And that's a good question. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I need you to subscribe because we're trying to hit 350,000 subscribers before Christmas. Let's get back into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you are having a great Friday. Hope all of you had a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about Dan Lanning. I personally feel like he just opened up Pandora's box, and we have two other topics to get into in today's video that involves Brett Bielema. You're going to want to see what's going on there in Illinois. And also Mississippi State. Yes, that is right. Mississippi State, the team who hasn't won a football game this year. And oh yeah, by the way, do y'all want to see a prediction video for all the championship games this weekend? Let me know in the comment section. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of people just don't care to see that. And maybe I'll do, but I don't know. It just seems like championship weekends kind of fizzled out now because does it really matter who wins the Penn State, Oregon, or Georgia, Texas game? Not really, because they're all getting in the playoff. I guess it's a bragging rights thing, and if you're a fan of those teams, you want to see your team win. But outside of that, there's not a lot on the line. Of course, we got the Big 12 championship. Nobody cares about that at all. And then we got the ACC one. The only reason the ACC one's even kind of interesting is because if SMU wins, Alabama's getting in the playoff. If SMU loses, who knows what's going to happen. So really, if you're an Alabama fan, you're an SMU fan tomorrow. So at least you got a game to look forward to. Let me know in the comment section. We may or may not do that later tonight. But for now, at least we got to lock in and get to these main topics in this video. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get your popcorn, get your fair meal. Like to even watch a video because trust me, I do the same thing. But all right, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, grab up, not further ado. Let's get into it. All right, first things first. So Brett Bielema, yeah, the head coach of Illinois. We haven't talked about them too much this season. Yesterday he stated, and I quote, "It was National Bank Day for some schools. We spent basically a quarter and we're on the doorstep. If all schools use the same checkbook, I get excited where Illinois could go."
You know, some of these, it's National Signing Day, but you know, a lot of places it's National, Bank Day, right? Like they just use money and they buy their class, right? Team I'm on, I know what we spend in the revenue in NIL. I know our number and where it's at, and we're playing schools that are 3-4 times that much. You're talking $20 million on a roster. So there's some teams that are trying to get into college football playoffs that have spent, over $20 million and they still can't get in. And I know we're at, basically 25% of that, and we're knocking on the door. That's why I get excited about going forward. If we all kind of use the same checkbook, I get really excited about where we can go.
Huh. Interesting. There's been a lot of mixed feedback in the comment section. I've seen a lot of people calling him a crybaby. You know what? How about we do this? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think if Brett Bielema was afforded a $20 million budget to design his own roster and get his own football team customized and whatnot, he'd win a national championship? Well, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you even think he'd make the playoff? I'm not a Brett Bielema hater by any stretch of imagination, but I don't think he's that great of a head coach. He's alright, don't get me wrong, but nothing special. He's making it seem as if Illinois did have a $20 million budget, they'd be in the playoff every single season, and that just wouldn't be the case. But at least you got an excuse now if you are Brett Bielema or a head coach of a team that doesn't have a big budget. You can just say, oh, well, the reason we're going 7-5, 8-4 every single season is because we only got $3 to $5 million to spend in NIL money. That is a great scapegoat the more I think about it. We'd love to talk about that some more, but we got to move on to our second topic, and this is about Mississippi State. So Mississippi State recently just fired what is being labeled as their entire creator team. Some people call them the creative team, creator team. Either way, you get the point. If you don't know who this team is, it is pretty much all the people who do all the graphic designs for the teams, like whenever they get recruits and all that nice stuff. It's just the editing team. And here's the sad part about it. So they let the editing team do all those graphics for signing day, and as soon as it was over, boom, just like that, they fired them. But here's the kicker with all this. Apparently, Mississippi State fired them because they were doing a terrible job. Let me show you this reply. They did a crappy job. They were an hour and a half late posting signing graphics, and their content just wasn't that good. Think twice and learn the whole story before deciding to make stupid statements like this referring to the original post. Ah, what do y'all think about that? So it seems like things aren't black and white, and there's a gray area here. And a lot of people in the replies are are actually defending Mississippi State, saying, yeah, they did a crappy job, so they got fired. What's the problem? Give me a break. They didn't do a good job, and they got fired for it. Another one. They did a crappy job all year, then yesterday it took them 2 hours to announce any of our signees. If you do a job poorly, you get fired. All in all, what I'm getting from this is the creative team, they feel like, oh, yeah, they were blindsided by this news, and they can't believe they got fired, but then other people are saying within Mississippi State, well, why are y'all shocked by this? Y'all did a terrible job. Y'all should have been fired. I really don't know what to make of this situation because everything I've shown y'all, that's all I know and that's all I've seen. But yeah, they were a few hours late to posting those signings of all the new recruits. Yeah, that's just not a good look. One thing that is extremely important in the business world, especially when you're doing stuff like that, is speed. I've never seen a situation like this covering college football, so I figured we'd talk about it, and I'm curious. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about it? Moving along here, though, to the main top of the main encore, the main reason you probably clicked into this video. What in the world is going on in Eugene, Oregon? Well, if you're an Oregon fan, this is going to sound like music to your ears, and it just continues to get better and better and better and better. In life, I swear, you can't make it up. When things are going great for you, and you're sitting there going, man, it can't get better than this, it somehow, someway gets better. On the flip side, when things are going terrible for you, you're like, man, it can't get worse than this. It somehow, someway gets worse. Well, for Oregon, luckily enough, in this situation, you're on the good side of it. You got the best football team in the nation. Oh, yeah, by the way, shout out to the Oregon basketball team. Them guys are hot. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Nah. I didn't mean it like that. Chill. No diddy. Bro, don't make it weird in the comment section. Y'all know what I mean. They're on a roll. You know, I can't be mad at anybody but myself. I set myself up. I said it. Anyways, like I was saying, I am a really big college basketball fan in Oregon. They've been crushing it as of late. But we are not here to talk about the college basketball team. We are here to talk about the college football team. We know what they've done on the field. They've won every single game. Congratulations. And I'll do a nice little golf clap to them. Not a big clap, but a golf clap. They've had a good season. But when it comes to recruiting, whew, they're on another level. Dan Lanning has been stealing top-tier recruits left and right. If he wants them, he's going to get them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're a fan of a team that's not named Oregon, you just better hope and pray that Dan Lanning stays away from your recruits. He's a madman. He's going crazy. But whoa. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Is there a method to the madness? I mean, come on now. He's not just randomly convincing these kids to flip last second. There's got to be a reason, right? Oh, wait a minute. There does appear to be a reason. I didn't say this. I'm just reporting on the news. If you want to be mad at this post, you be mad at the post, not me. Apparently and allegedly, a lot of people feel like and believe, and I don't even know if Dan Lanning and Oregon would deny it at this point, they're offering these kids a large sum of money right before signing day. And the strategy to this is extremely smart. So instead of, okay, for example, let's say signing day is 2 months away. I'm the head coach of Alabama. Dan Lanning's the head coach of Oregon. Well, if Dan Lanning wants one of my 5-star recruits, instead of offering him $1 million 2 months before signing day, he holds off on it because he doesn't want to get into a bidding war. And it's extremely smart. Because if he offers my recruit $1 million, that recruit's going to come back to me and say, yo, Matt, Oregon offered me $1 million. What's your next move? I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give you 1.2. Well, then he goes back to Dan Lanning. Then Dan Lanning has to up the bid to 1.3, and it just goes on and on and on. Well, instead of just getting in that insane bidding war and spending way more money than he has to, he waits until the last second. And that is when the day before signing day, he's going to offer these kids or field night, whoever affiliated with Oregon is going to say, hey, we'll give you $1 million or $2 million, $3 million, whatever the number is. So a lot of people feel like that is the new strategy for Dan Lanning in Oregon. And guess what? It's working. A day or two before signing day, you offer a young man an quote-unquote unbelievable bag that he can't say no to. And he takes it, and you get the recruit. It's a win-win. The kid gets a boatload of money, and Oregon gets a 5-star recruit. So everybody's happy. When you think about it, it is kind of bad for the game, and it's not Oregon's fault, and it's not the players' fault, because we don't have a salary cap. As to why we don't have a salary cap, I have no idea. We got to have rules and regulations, because without rules and regulations, what you're seeing right here and what's currently going on is going to continue to happen and go on, and we can't have that. Let me also throw this in there. I'm not mad at Oregon. I'm not mad at Dan Lanning. I'm not mad at the player. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm infuriated, or not really infuriated, but just kind of annoyed with the NCAA for not doing anything. There's a reason there's a salary cap and limit in the NFL, so you just can't stack teams and rosters. And it's why teams in the NFL are reluctant to pay what they think is going to be a franchise quarterback $200 to $300 million. Why? Because if you give that quarterback all the money, all the doubloons, you're not going to be able to have a bunch of good wide receivers, running backs, cornerbacks, etc., etc. And a lot of times you'll see that NFL team that has a quarterback that's still on their rookie contract, that's when they're at their best because they're able to afford all the other positions. Whereas a team like, the Cincinnati Bengals, you see how they've been struggling? It's not because of Joe Burrow. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but it's because they can't afford anybody else. But in college football, that's not the case. You can just go out there and continue to buy and buy and buy and buy. There's no limit. It's just like, come on, man. Do we want to ruin the game? Do we want to make it extremely top-heavy? As where it stands right now, it's not top-heavy, but it will be. Trust me. Like, you see what Michigan did. You think Michigan's only going to spend $12 million on a quarterback? No, they are going to continue to stack that roster. We just need some roles, man. That's all I want. It's all anybody wants, and it's fair. And I don't care what the number is. We just need a number. I don't care if they come out and say you can only spend $5 million in NIL on your roster per year or $50 million or $100 million. We need something. Because what's slowly but surely happening is guys like Phil Knight are getting involved in. What's the guy from Michigan that's like the second richest dude in the world that bought Bryce Underwood? What is his name? Is it Ellison? It's something like that, some rich dude. When these billionaires start getting involved with these college football programs, dude, they're billionaires. Them spending $50 million per year, it ain't nothing to them. With all that being said, if you're an Oregon Ducky fan and you're listening to me talk or you're watching video, you're probably sitting back laughing. You got a smile like the Grinch on your face. And I don't blame you. I'd be doing the same thing. You should be grinning from ear to ear because this is great for you. But as far as it goes for the game of college football, not so much. That's just my 2 cents. And I'm going to say this again. Shout out to Oregon, not just the football program, but the basketball program. I've really enjoyed watching both teams this year. Many more things I could say. We'll end it off here. Let me know your thoughts down below. But